Hello and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be going over all of the possible things that could be announced for Tomb Raider's 25th anniversary. Okay, so let's start off with things that we know is confirmed. The first thing we know is Tomb Raider Reloaded, which is a mobile game that we don't actually have gameplay for, but it seems to kind of be like inspired by some of the classic games. And I'm not quite sure how this Tomb Raider game will work, considering we had a Lara Croft Relic Run, that was kind of like a Temple Run inspired game, and we also had Lara Croft Go, which is like very different to any other games I've played. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how Tomb Raider Reloaded will actually play, and hopefully soon we get some new information on it. And we have also had the announcement of a new Tomb Raider anime series from Legendary. I'm not quite sure who they are, and it's set after the events of the reboot trilogy, so hopefully Camilla Luddington is back to voice Lara, just like Keely Hawes did when she voiced Lara in The Guardian of Light and the Temple of Osiris. But I know those were games. This is an anime series, and I'm not quite sure what art style it's going to go for. Will it go for like a traditional anime look with like the bigger eyes, stuff like that? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it's done. Like, I'm thinking, could it be like the comics that were made for the reboot? Could they like animate them to life? And I know there was something back like 15 years ago called, I think it's called Tomb Raider Revisioned. So could we be seeing something like that again? We'll just have to wait and see. We also had an update for the Tomb Raider film that I think last year was said it was going to be put on the back burner for a while as they didn't know what was going on with the director. But they actually got a new director of Misha Green, and it's going to be her directing debut, I believe. And it is said that Alicia Vikander will be back as Lara, and is apparently going to pick up like this, all the stuff that was set up in the first film, like, as it should. My guess is that it is going to be adapting Rise loosely, just like the first film kind of adapted the 2013 game, or adding in new elements. As the end of the first film, Anna was set up to be like shady, and I think Trinity was name dropped, if I believe. But yeah, I could see Rise being the name of the film, being Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it to loosely follow the plot. And then if we get a third film, which I can see happening, and it also depends on the success of the second film, the third film will probably be taking aspects from Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So that's everything that's been confirmed so far. Now let's move on to some of the stuff that I could see happening. The first thing is that I could see a repackage of Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th Celebration, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition with updated visuals put together and released on PS5 and Xbox Series X. And if that did happen, I would buy it again and play through them again, because I'm a big Tomb Raider fan, and I can see that happening quite likely, as it's proved that the game sold well and they got like a lot of critical success. So that's something that I could see happening this year. Something else that I think would be quite cool would be if they took the books that was released for Tomb Raider 2013 and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and got maybe Camilla Luddington to like read them, and maybe like an audiobook exclusive, something like that. Or maybe if they can't get Camilla Luddington to do it, maybe getting the voice actor of Jonah, I think his name is Earl something. I'll put his name in picture on screen. But maybe getting like an audiobook would be something quite easy to do, as I'm sure they have like microphones at their house they can like record, maybe going to a studio. As we know, they are starting to record audiobooks again. But I feel like recording audiobooks for the books released for the reboot trilogy would be quite good, as some people maybe might not want to read the books or just want to listen to audiobooks. That's something I could see happening, but I'm not 100% sure that actually will happen, as maybe the actors probably won't want to do it. But we'll see. And something else that we possibly could see, but once again, I'm not going to say it will actually happen, is that we could get a third Lara Croft game, as we had Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light in 2010, I believe, or 2011, and Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris in 2014. So I could see them giving us a new one, but whether they can get Keely Hawes back to voice Lara, or maybe they'll get Camilla Luddington to do it, I'm not sure. But a new Lara Croft game would be interesting, as them games are always fun, and they're like kind of isometric platformers, kind of. And yeah, those are some of the things that I could see potentially happening for Tomb Raider's 25th anniversary. But that's all I have for this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.